Hey girlies, it's Mikayla and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Mikayla. I am a 17-year-old teen mom and I make videos about my life. Not just being a teen mom, just lifestyle in general, being a student, So welcome. But if you are OG, then hey y'all, it's Mikayla and welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a sit down video and we're going to be on the topic of 10 things I wish I knew before becoming a mom. Now you guys, obviously I am a young mom, so there's a couple more things, that I probably wouldn't have known that a first time, older mom probably would have known, but that's why it's a learning experience. Motherhood is a learning experience itself. So if you are an expecting mom, I want you to use this video as a guide, so that way the things that I may have missed, you already know. So let's get into these 10 things. Number 1, you do not need everything. Like, all those lists of things that people recommend, you do not need an extra long registry unless, you want the stuff people buy, then go ahead. But you do not need everything you see on Amazon, everything you see at Walmart, everything you see anywhere. No. You do not need 5 different types of bottles. You do not need 5 different types of pacifiers. Find out what works best for your baby and go from there. Obviously, if you're already pregnant, you don't know what your baby's going to want. So it's kind of just like playing rookie, you don't know yet. So what I recommend is starting off slow. See, I had one type of bottle for my son, Tommy Tippy, and once he was born, I tried him on those and we were fine. See, we didn't have 5 different type of bottles. So once we figured out he liked that one type, we didn't have to buy any more. We spent like $30 on these bottles and that was it. So stick to one at a time. You do not need to buy every cute little outfit you see because babies grow fast. My son is 4 months and is already in 6 to 9 month clothes. He was out of newborn really fast. So you don't need to buy every cute little newborn outfit you see. You don't need to buy just expensive outfits either. Do not go out and buy these really expensive outfits. These expensive baby shoes, don't even worry about it. Don't do that. I will say, if you see name brand stuff, if you think that you want to get it, go ahead, but you do not need that either. Stuff works the same. For example, breast pumps. I was oh my gosh, I need to get Mom Cozy. Oh my gosh, I need to get Medela, the expensive stuff, when I started off with just some cheap like $40 Amazon ones, and those worked great. So again, you do not need everything. Just start slow and then later on get more if you want more. Again, you do not need the number 1 diaper bag. You don't need the number 1 this, the number 1 that. It's okay. You don't have to stress about, do I have enough? Do I not have enough? Babies are really simple, honestly, you guys. You do not need everything. So that's the first tip that I will go ahead and tell you guys. Like, I wish I knew that because I was one of those moms getting everything, putting everything in the cart. I think he'll need this. I think he'll need that. I think he'll need 3 different brands of the same thing. It's okay. Just calm down and you don't need everything. Now let's get into tip number 2. Your schedule that you may have had before you had a baby or when you were pregnant, that's gone. If you're a control freak like me and you need everything to be in order, you need a schedule, you need to be able to plan your day out the night before and exactly go by that schedule, that's out the window. You're gonna have to learn. I always had a schedule for myself. Overnight, I would plan out exactly what I want to do the next day. I want to wake up at this time. I want to do this at this time. That's gone because babies are unpredictable. You can't start your baby on a schedule immediately, or some people can. I know for me, my son is 4 months and I already cannot put him on a schedule. I'm still working on it, so I have not found a schedule for both of us yet. Sooner or later, you will figure out what times, okay, he'll sleep around this time, so I have time to do this, this, and that. But from the start, your schedule's gone. You're gonna be losing sleep. So even if you do get on schedule, like I'm gonna wake up at this time, you may be tired. So I know what I can say helps is just if your baby's laying down, go ahead and get that stuff done. But you can't plan that schedule out and say, okay, baby's gonna sleep at this time because babies are unpredictable. So I really do wish that I would have known that. And it's like sometimes if you really sit down and think about it, that's common sense. So why did I think about that? But again, motherhood is a learning experience. I do really wish that I was able to have a schedule, but guys, that's something I didn't know. You're not gonna have that schedule. That schedule's gone. You just have to adapt for real. Now let's go on to number 3. This one is a really sensitive topic for some. I know for me it's not very sensitive, but I know a lot of women do change. We're going to talk about the postpartum body. You have to learn your body from your breastfeeding, your boobs getting really big, to the stomach, the stereorecta, I think that's what it's called. That's ab separation. It causes like a bulge. You may still look pregnant after, your 6 weeks and after you've healed. Some people gain weight. weight. It's a lot of changes that you go through, and you just have to learn to love your body. You gave birth to a child. Okay, so I really did wish I knew that before having my baby. I knew my body was going to change, but I didn't know how much. In my whole pregnancy, in my head, I was like, girl, you're gonna snatch right back. You're not gonna have any stretch marks. And okay, you guys, I didn't gain weight like a lot of women did, but my stomach does not look the same. I know people are like, oh, you didn't change that much, but to me, I know how my stomach looked before, so it's definitely something different for me. I know I never had stretch marks before. I have stretch marks now. I have stretch marks on my boobs and on my stomach. I've never had them before. I had the flattest stomach. Now I have a bulge in my stomach because I have ab separation. My belly button sticks out through my shirts. It's something that I had to learn to love because I brought life into this world. I didn't expect my stomach to look like that. I really didn't. Like, I really thought I was gonna snatch back. So not even that, is just, I didn't expect that, you guys. And then once you breastfeed, your boobs double, triple in size. I think mine tripled in size. So now I have these big boobs, a bulge, but then I'm skinny. So I feel like I look bad built. And again, people may not see that, but you see that because you know exactly how you were built before you got pregnant. So you really just have to learn to love your body. You have to learn to love those changes while getting pregnant. While you're pregnant, oh Lord, I said while getting pregnant. While you're pregnant, you have to learn those changes so that way you can be ready for after you have your babies. Okay, now let's not just talk about the appearance of your postpartum body. Let's also talk about what's going on inside. So obviously you're going to heal, and that's going to take, actually, I'm not gonna lie, longer than 6 weeks. I have watched a lot of videos, and a lot of women have said it took longer than 6 weeks to heal. From my experience, I definitely took longer than 6 weeks to heal. I did get stitches. Those actually fell out like 2 weeks later, but I was bleeding longer than 6 weeks. So you have to take that into consideration. Do not sit here and expect I'm going to snatch back and I'm going to be healed by 6 weeks. That's also something you have to just, mentally prepare yourself for. Again, if you're a first time mom like me, you do not know what to expect. I didn't know I was going to be bleeding all the way past 6 weeks. I was bleeding for a long time, and I'm not bleeding anymore. Like, I haven't gotten my period, and I am 4 months postpartum. You have to learn that may happen. I know it happens really when you're breastfeeding. I am breastfeeding, and I have been told that it may come back and it may not. So when you're pregnant, do not expect your body to do what everyone else's body does. I expected to snatch back. I expected I was gonna get my period immediately. I just expected my body to be like everybody else's that I watch on YouTube. You have to learn your body. I have learned I'm probably not going to get my period until I finish breastfeeding. I have learned that I have ab separation. I have to learn, and same with you. So basically, I'm telling you guys, just learn and listen to your body. Obviously, you don't know what's going to happen, because if you're pregnant and you didn't have your baby yet, you don't know what to expect. Obviously, I didn't know what to expect, but that's why I'm telling you guys what to expect. I feel like I'm just girl, I've never done one of these before. I'm working on it. Okay, let's just go on to the next tip. Okay, the next thing that I wish I learned was nothing is ever going to be the same. Everything is going to change. You got the newborn stage. Everything's all over the place. You have a baby in the home. Your life is your life is different now because there's a human that you have to take care of. Okay, you got a newborn stage. Now your baby's 1 month. Oh my goodness. What do I do now? You're learning about wake windows. You're learning, oh, my baby eats way more. 2 months. My baby's eating more. My baby's in different sizes. Everything is going to change. My baby is 4 months now. I used to could put my baby next to something and not worry about him grabbing it. You guys, I kid you not, like 5 minutes ago, he was laying on the bed. The diaper bag was next to him. Like the bag of diapers, not the actual diaper bag. I come back in, the diapers are all next to him, and he's trying to eat the bag. He could not do that like last week. Things are changing really, really fast. So don't expect things to be the same literally for the rest of your life. Because once they turn 1, they're doing different things. 2, they're doing different things. Everything is going to change. There is no going back to what used to be. And obviously, I should have known that. But again, I was a first-time mom. And I'm a teenager. Like, come on, guys. So I really wish that I would have known once my baby turns a couple months, it's going to continue to change. I'm not ever going to go back to, oh, well, I can just sit down and relax while the baby's doing this. No, because sooner or later, he's going to be crawling. Sooner or later, he's going to be walking. And then when he can walk, it's over with from there. So it's never, ever, ever going to be the same everything's going to change. They're going to grow older. They're going to learn new skills, which is honestly, I like that. I love that. I cannot wait to see what new skill my baby's going to learn next. So yeah, that literally goes into the next thing I wish I knew was how fast they change, because I knew they were going to change. I knew 1 and 2 year like 1 year old and 2 year olds, they're different, but I did not expect them to change this fast. Like, my son really grew really fast. My son is 14 and a half pounds. When I had him, he was 6 pounds. He gained that weight super duper fast. My son is already about to be eating solids. You were just drinking small little bottles of milk like yesterday. What do you mean? They change so fast. Everyone's gonna tell you, oh, it's gonna go by fast. Take pictures, take videos. They are being so serious. You're just like, I mean, obviously it's gonna go by fast. You know, you just brush them off. But no, take as many pictures as you can. My son looked different 2 weeks after birth. It changed so fast, everything. And I was just like, wow. Everything just went by like a blink in an eye. 4 months went by in what felt like 2 weeks. It's honestly kind of sad. Like, I'm so sad. My baby's not a newborn anymore. My baby's 4 months. So I really do wish I knew that. I still took a lot of pictures, but now I wish I would have took more every day. 5 pictures at least, just every day. I'm so serious, you guys. You're going to have to take them pictures and all those cute outfits every day, because they're going to change the next day. The next day, they're changing. For my baby, his hair fell out the next day. He fat now. It's just, they're changing, and it's a miracle. I love it, okay? Let's go ahead and go to the next tip. Something that I really wish I knew was how to breastfeed. I really wish I knew how to breastfeed, because I did. I fell down a rabbit hole trying to figure out what's my pumping schedule. When should I pump? How much should I pump? Am I pumping enough? What do I do to increase my pumping supply? I gotta buy this, I gotta buy that. Oh my goodness, it was a lot. And I really wish I had someone to teach me how to pump. My mother didn't breastfeed. My grandmother didn't breastfeed. I just, one day, someone asked me, like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna breastfeed or formula feed? I said breastfeed. I thought you just stick the baby on the boob and that was it. But it's actually so much more than that. It is an emotional connection as well as a physical connection. It's mentally challenging, I'm not going to lie. For me, I did exclusively pumping and exclusively breastfeeding. Like, I started off pumping when he was in the NICU, and I felt really anxious. I didn't know if he was eating enough, so I bought the pumps. I was pumping every 3 hours. Every 3 hours is like pump, wash, pumps, do it again, all over again. It was such a mental toll, because it's like, when do I get to relax? And that was taking a toll on me. I was trying new schedules every day, not knowing what was good enough. Didn't know if I was getting enough milk. I didn't know this, didn't know that. But now that I'm 4 months postpartum and I exclusively breastfeed, and every now and then if he needs milk I go back to exclusively pumping, I have learned a lot. And I wish I would have known all this from the beginning. It probably would have saved me a lot of stress. Like, it was so bad. I thought about quitting breastfeeding so many times, but my son doesn't even like the formula, so I'm kind of glad that he doesn't. So it kept me motivated to keep going and do good for him. So you guys, honestly, I can't say do your research, because I did a lot of research. I had to talk to the lactation consultant at the hospital to learn more. And even then, at the hospital I gave birth, they didn't tell me anything. They gave me a manual pump and said, here you go. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna dump the milk after. Like, I literally dumped the milk after, because my son was in the NICU and I didn't know what to do. So once I got to the hospital that he was at in the NICU, they taught me everything and how to do everything and go with the flow. So I really do wish I knew how to breastfeed, and I can give you guys tips. I'm actually planning on filming a video next. Like, I have everything sitting next to me for that. So just stay tuned for that, and I'll actually give you guys tips on what to do when breastfeeding. But let's go on to the 7th thing that I wish I knew. It is okay to need help. Honestly, I have always been like that, even before becoming a mom. I just felt like I don't want to ask for help. I want to be able to do it on my own. If I ask for help, then someone's going to do it for me, and I'm never going to learn how to do it on my own. That is not true, especially when it comes to a baby. When they say you need a village, you better take the village and run with it. Y'all better go together and run with pitchforks. Y'all got to slay motherhood together. It's hard, honestly. You have the nights where the baby's crying. My son still wakes up in the middle of the night. You have those nights where the baby's crying and you're getting no sleep at all. It's okay to ask for help. Or I'd be just in my room just watching TV, and I'd get mad if my mom or my grandma was to come get the baby, because it's like, you think I can't do it? No, just take the break, girl. So honestly, you guys, take the help. You're going to need it. Now I wish somebody would come get this baby so I can have a break. take the help, you guys. Take the breaks. If someone wants to cook you something to eat, let them cook you something to eat. Let them feed you. Let them change the baby while you do something else. You know, give the baby a bottle. Let them feed the baby the bottle. It's okay to need help. Even if you know that people are asking you, do you need help? And you're just like, I don't need any help. But deep down inside, you know you need it. You may feel guilty. I felt like I had mom guilt, feeling like, dang, I asked somebody else to do this for my baby. I'm not a good mom. No, that is not the case. You are a great mom. If you ask for help, you are a great mom. Okay, number 8. Get off of Google. Get off of Google and stop Googling that stuff, because Google will tell you the most craziest things. Google goes straight to the worst option possible. It doesn't even give you a, well, maybe this or maybe that. It's just worst as possible. So I would say just get off of Google. If it's that serious, call the doctor. Definitely. I'm not going to lie. Every now and then, Google will help you figure it out. Like, for example, my son had oral thrush. My mom knew what it was, but I wanted to know what it was. So I Googled it, and Google helped me with that. But if your son or a daughter has a headache or something, do not Google it. Take the temperature. If it's too high, call the doctor. If it's too high, go to the hospital. But don't Google it, because Google will give you every option under the sun, and that will just make you go crazy. Or if you're pregnant, don't Google pregnancy symptoms. Don't Google what bottle works best. Don't Google what formula works best, because there's always going to be a problem with literally anything. The stuff that you eat, I'm pretty sure there's been a recall on it. It's bad for you. You have one website saying this is the best option ever, then another website saying this is terrible for you. It's true. I've literally read so much about the Similac baby formula. Oh, it's bad for the babies. And I have other people on one hand, well, it worked really good for my baby. You just never know. Same thing with Enfamil and what is it, Kindamil. I've heard so much about different things. I've heard so much about plastic baby bottles compared to glass baby bottles. And everything has pros and cons. Google has everything. Google has TikTok links. Google has pictures, Reddit. Everything on Google is just not going to help you. Like I said earlier in this video, you have to learn your baby, or even before you have your baby, you just have to go with what you think is right, and then, slowly change. So get off of Google. I had to tell myself to get off of Google, girl. That is not helping you. That is doing nothing but stressing you out more. You already finding out you're pregnant. You already a new mom. You do not need the stress of Google. Get off of it. Okay, let's go to number 9. For number 9, every baby is different. Some babies do different things. Some babies move fast. Some babies move faster. Some babies are more behind. It's okay. You just have to learn your baby. I've said this so many times throughout this video. Learn your baby. Some babies are breastfed and they do not want the bottle at all. My son will take the bottle. Okay, that's something different that some babies do. Some babies will be able to hold their bottle at 3 months. I saw that on TikTok. I was like, some babies hold their bottles at 3 months. My son is 4 months and still doesn't hold the bottle. It has to do with different factors. And honestly, you just have to be patient. Some babies have a head full of hair right now. Some babies don't have hair at all. It really just depends on your baby. You have to learn. You have to learn sleeping cues. You have to learn wake windows. You have to learn feeding. Everything is different. Obviously, for example, when it comes to clothes say 6 to 9 months. My son's in 4 months. He's 4 months, but in 6 to 9 clothes. Some babies go by the actual clothes in their age. Some 6-month-olds are in 6-month clothes. You never really know, because every baby is different. Don't go on Google and be like, okay, sleep schedule ideas for baby, because your baby will not follow those if that's not your baby's sleep schedule. Because I'm not going to lie, I did that. I looked up on Pinterest different sleep schedules, and I tried to do each one of them, and my son would not do them because those were not his sleep schedules. My son is not those babies. I have to find my son's own sleep schedule. So just keep that in mind, that every baby is different. Even if you tell yourself that, you're going to try to find something similar so you can have a guide. That was my problem with literally everything on this list. I would say I knew this stuff, but I still thought about it, because it's like, I need a guide. I need something to tell me what to do. You have your parents and you have your grandparents. You have people to tell you about having a baby. But I don't know if y'all like me or not, but I'm hard-headed. I still have to find out on my own. Oh, this doesn't work for my baby. Well, Kayla, we told you that. Well, I had to find it out. You just got to be patient with yourself and understand that your child is not somebody else's child. Your child is not that child on TikTok. Your child is not that baby walking across the street at 5 months. Just an example. Bear with me, please. You get what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and go to number 10. The last one on the list. Okay, the last thing that I really wish I knew before... Oh, before becoming a mom would be that this is the new normal. Obviously, I knew things weren't going to be the same, but one day I was just sitting on the couch and it really hit me in the face like, girl, this is your life now. This is your life forever. And what I mean by that is everyone's experience is going to be different. I am a teen mom. So obviously sitting down and knowing that my friends, like my homegirls or whatever, they're going home and they're doing homework and they're just chilling. They don't have to worry about a baby. I come home, I have to do my homework and I have to care for a child. And it really hit me that that's my new normal. I'm going to be doing that for a while they're kid free. Or even when I'm grown and I see people that's kid free, I'm pretty sure it's going to be like, dang, I won't be able to experience that because I have a child. They're chilling in their apartment all alone and doing what they want to do. I'm cooking dinner for my son. And that is not a bad thing at all. I really want to do that. I can't wait till he be able to eat some food so I can cook for him. It's just the fact that it hit me so fast that was my new normal. I'm pregnant. I'm already thinking about child this, my child that. But after I had him and I was just sitting down thinking about it, I was like, wow, life is so different now. Everything's different. I can't leave the house by myself no more. Well, I mean, I can, but I usually have my son on time. I can't leave the house with just my purse anymore. I gotta put the car seat in the car. I gotta pack the diaper bag. So in my opinion, I think you should think about that when you're pregnant. I really didn't think about that at all. But once I had my son, I thought about it. Okay, you guys, that is the end of my 10 things I wish I know before having a baby list or, video. If you guys enjoyed this video or you want to see more of this, just comment down below and let me know. If you really like this channel, go ahead and like it. Like this video, comment on the video, and subscribe, girl. You don't gotta do all that, but if you want to, go ahead. If you want to see more of me, you can follow my Instagram at Mikaylahkieshon and my TikTok at Mikaylahkieshon. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.